Have we gone live? Awkward silence until I know if we're live. Do. Are we live? I think we're live. Get on, Beybladers. Blade Bey X here. Episode 23 of the Beyblade X anime. I'm just getting my VPNs and whatnot in order so that I can get the anime going. Not that that is the thing I'm most excited for on this stream. As usual, I have unboxings to do. We'll see if anyone jumps in. The times are awkward. This is a very impromptu stream, so I may be here on my own, but I wanted to catch up on the anime. And if I'm doing that, I might as well stream it. So I also need to unbox some stuff before tomorrow. None of the boosters, I mean technically I can use the Viper Tail stuff, but there isn't anything from these two boosters I will be allowed to use prize bay wise, so I can't use the Wyvern Gale or Gear Ball, but I can use everything else in there. I can't use the Sphinx Blade, the 980 Ratchet, or the Gear Needle Bit. So yeah, none of those things are allowed in tomorrow's tournament. But this one I bought here specifically for tomorrow. Actually, maybe not the first Beyblade X product I purchased, but one of the first ones I purchased that I got my hands on. One of the first two Beyblades for Beyblade X I actually got my hands on, and I haven't gotten a new one. It's just the blue recolor of Night Lance, which I love. This was part of my original Smash Knight combo. This was 360F. I want to use a Night Shield combination tomorrow, but my blue blade is kind of battered, and I want to test my theory because so far my blue Night Shield blade has been my heaviest out of all my Night Shields, and I've got quite a lot of Night Shield blades. So I wanted to open up this one and see if that computes, see if Illuminati is confirmed. I've never picked up one of the regular black string launchers, and I'm a bit of a convert at the moment on the string launchers. Since getting the X app and doing some big old let it rips on there, I've been quite enjoying using the string launcher. The technique, throwing the hips into it, you know. Alright, so what's happening on here? Multi coming up against what's the Unicorno user? Uninamber, she's up against. What I am going to do is the non-prize, non-random stuff. I am just going to crack on and open now. I'm going to get this Night Shield open while I'm watching. Oh god. Oh, don't want to be doing that. I'm throwing who are these? Fangirls in the crowd arguing over who's best. It's high stakes Beyblade. People got their fan clubs. They're clashing, you know. And they're clashing. You can't be talking smack about someone's favorite blader. We've confirmed now in the manga that Beytubers are properly part of the canon. I mean, I know Multi has basically been that already, some kind of idol influencer streaming stuff, and that concept's been in the in Beyblade X already. But yeah, confirmed Beytuber, and a sneaky scrubby Beytuber as well, little thief. The Ace of Beys. How's it going, dude? Nice Bey. Yeah, it's I was just having a big rant about blue Night Shield. I am putting to the test to see if blue night shields are just the heaviest night shields. It might already be confirmed, or I might just be wrong, but my blue night shield is the heaviest I've got. How you doing, Ace? Oh god, you having a good day? It's evening time for me. What is it now? About 9:10 in the evening. I think Thailand lost an hour recently. I can't remember if there's like been daylight savings. One thing about this bay as well is you get quite a nice 380 recolor, and I still think 380 is useful. Don't need to get rid of that tape. Hero Hut Jank Maker reporting in. Yo, Jank is always welcome here. Good, thanks you. 2 p.m. for you. Okay, got it. I don't know why then I read that as 2 a.m. I was like, get some sleep, my guy. But yeah, 2 p.m. Nice. You having a chilled one? Jank, we're opening up shiny new night shields to try and make new night shield combos work. Just gonna put these parts to the side. I need to unwrap them if I'm not gonna use them. Alright, let's find out how much this weighs. Let's grab a couple night shield blades and see how much it weighs. Alright. Yo, Watasan. I don't know if that's the pronunciation you're going for, dude. I apologize if not. But, alright. Is this guy heavy enough? Because I am a min-maxer, so if I'm going to a tournament, I do want the heaviest boy. Thick boys only, please. Alright, so my current blue one, which is my heaviest one, weighs 32.49. Again, not the heaviest of X blades, but out of my night shields, it's the heaviest. The new one, 32.34. Is that identical? Oh no, it's a little bit lighter. Oh, that sucks. That sucks compared to. No, I'm not in Bangkok. I'm in Phuket, my dude. I'm in Phuket. I am in my house in Phuket. 32.19. 32.34. Oh, that's a shame. I thought the new one would be. I was hoping for it to be heavier, but it's noticeably lighter. So that's a shame. I was hoping. I'm going to test it in the morning. I'm going to do another live stream, morning time for me, in about probably 12 hours time. But yeah, I've got a Night Shield 360 gear point combo that I'm quite liking at the moment, so I want to give that a go. I may still end up changing the blades, but if I do need to do a color change, I think this one was heavier, wasn't it? 32.17. 32. This has just gotten heavier. What the hell? Yeah, my scales are not reliable. I'll take the blue one as a spare. I'll take the blue one as a spare. But yeah, okay. Well, I guess actually I don't even know if my theory's proved wrong or right, because I don't know for sure how much that blue night shield weighs. I don't trust my scales anymore. No, it was. I haven't been. Actually, no, I have been to Bangkok quite recently, but the vlog I did is actually from back in December time. I got all that footage, and it was a bit of an impromptu trip. I had been meaning to go since November, and it had been bugging me, but things were just in the way. And actually, at the time, I was having a bit of a crummy week. A couple of my cats had gone missing. Turned out one of them had been properly just straight up just stolen and didn't come back for nearly 3 months until I guess they managed to get out of whoever's house it was. But a couple other things had been going on. I was feeling a bit down, and the missus said, pop off to Bangkok and play with your Beyblades. So I did that and just smashed out a good fun weekend of G3s and not much else, to be honest. Not much else, just chilling, just silence. Bangkok's not great for silence, but alone time, just chilling and playing some Beyblades. It was a bit of a rush, to be honest. Last second flight, traveling super late, get there like, I think I got into Bangkok about 1 a.m, got to my room about 2:30 a.m. I got some food then, and then was up for I think 8, and then doing the stream, and then I headed over to the venue after that, and then it was pretty full on. The next evening I got to chill out and sleep. But yeah, it was pretty much straight from the tournament on the second tournament on the Sunday, straight to the airport and flying back. No messing around. But the one tomorrow is much more chill. It's just it's here in Phuket, like 20-minute drive from where I live on the bike, and yeah, much smaller event. I think they're hoping to have around 8 to 12 competitors, which is cool, really cool, because there's been like zero Beyblade X scene for like adults here in Phuket so far. I've been running tournaments for free for like kids at this one shop, but that's really been it. It's only recently that the large shops here have just started stocking Beyblade X instead of like the end of their like burst stock. But yeah, it's on the up. The scene is on the rise. I want to open this launcher. I gotta do it carefully because I made sure this one was actually a Japanese one so I could get my points on the app. It's just something I'm paying attention to now, is these stickers that they're the Hong Kong stock, so you need to. I did not know that they had another region for the app now. I did not know that there was a Hong Kong app as well as a Japan one now. So I've got like a lot of like Hong Kong Beys. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get another iTunes where it allows me to download that app. All right, keep that packaging for in a little bit. I doubt there's much difference between this launcher and the other ones other than the aesthetic, but I do plan on doing a testing video. I do like the look of the white and black one, and it's coming out with that handle. Hope it comes to the UK. Yeah, man, for sure, because I should potentially be back in the UK for a little bit, maybe October and December time, and it'd be cool if I'd be able to pick up some like that, because I imagine it'll be the Hasbro stuff in the UK. It'd be cool if I could pick up some Hasbro Beys maybe when I'm back, maybe make some content while I'm there, like pick up a few starters and do some battles over there with some like friends that maybe I used to play like original gen with, something like that, you know. But yeah, definitely hope it goes to the UK. Doesn't feel much different. This is my dead one that I killed. I've taken it apart multiple times now. It's not completely unsavable, but I'm gonna have to do more than just put the bits back in place properly. So the reason it keeps dying now is when the metal kind of like notch got pulled through and the spring kind of like unraveled in there. It got kind of like flattened out too much, that notch. So when I'm putting it in there, it's not like gripping, like the friction and where it's trying to block it with the plastic cap isn't quite enough anymore. So I imagine I could glue it in some way, but doing that inside a mechanism, you run the risk of glue just running around and like jamming up the mechanism. But I'm thinking about like using a bit of a 3D printing, like PLA filament, to create an extra little like small blockade. Goffy, ready for tomorrow? In spirit I am, but deck wise I'm not sure. I've got a selection of Beys that I think I want to use tomorrow for my deck. I did go in there earlier in the week and picked up some product, and I have my where's my wallet? I have my wristband here for the tournament. Here we are. There's my entry. So yeah, so I'm definitely in it to win it. You should let me know what time you're heading down there, dude. We'll get some games beforehand. It'll be fun. The missus has pretty much given me the all clear tomorrow, so I'm gonna try and vlog a little bit of it. And I tried talking to them about maybe setting up a camera, like a tripod or something, to record the matches, even potentially live stream them. But I don't think they're too fussed about that. I think I'm a bit more excited about it than they are. So I'll probably just take it as what it is tomorrow, a bit of a chill one, and just have some fun games. How you doing though, dude? You feeling good? You feeling competition ready? Wato-san, I hope I won't break mine. I have no technical knowledge to do the repair. Well, luckily, I've watched quite a few of the repair videos. They're all good because essentially you get to see someone take this apart and take apart the mechanisms and pretty much give the same advice about what you can do to fix these. And it's not too complicated. All you need is a Phillips head screwdriver. It helps to have a flat head as well, or something else. I actually use a metal ruler, a steel rule, to help me fix it, to wind up the spring. But yeah, it's not too complicated. It's just mine's broken in a way that I need to do a little bit more to it, unfortunately. But yeah, Nizuma has a very clear step-by-step guide of him taking it apart, and you see all the mechanism, and he explains quite clearly, and it's nice and short. Like, the worst thing you could get for a repair video for something like this is it being too long and stretched out. It's just like, here's one point, here's the next one, here's the next one, crack on. So yeah, you should be good, dude. You should be good. Ripcord launchers are great. I still love them. I just now that I'm really enjoying these string launchers, I just really want the ripcords, the winders for X launchers to get a bit longer. Is that Uni Namber's Beyblade collection? Dope. Boom, boom, boom. The Hero Hut, Water-san. Experience is the best teacher. Also, tutorial videos help. For sure. For sure, my dude. Experience is always the best teacher. Well, as long as the one going through the experience is willing to learn from it. How does that look? Black on black action. Looks pretty clean. Looks pretty clean. How does it look with the... That is quite nice. That is quite nice, but I'm not going to lie, because I just threw some Evangelion stickers in together. And because it's like Rey and that at the front of them all, I think the red winder looks the best at the moment in this combination. I think that looks pretty slick. I think this is going to be my launcher setup for tomorrow. Despite this one being dead, I have got one spare red winder still, so at least I can take a backup. Because normally I'll take like a winder and a string launcher, but I think I'm just going to use string launchers tomorrow. Let me get some sippity sips. It's how I put a longer string on my launcher, can extend my entire arm. That would be sweet. That would be really cool. Like, I think there's like mods people have done with like that kind of like steel or Kevlar reinforced like string or wire, which is pretty dope. But it's the spring on the inside for me that needs reinforcing. But if the string was longer, it means you wouldn't be like jarring to or slamming to complete, like, what am I trying to say? Coming to a complete halt. Sorry. Like partway through the arc of your kind of launch. So yeah, that would be decent. No, not tournament legal. Well, not official tournaments. You can still go to some cool tournaments and they'll be like, yo, play whatever you want, dude. Like we got the slightly extended winders from Noozle, and these are a good length. Like, these are a good length. Well, compared to a normal winder, it's not like crazy difference. It's like a couple of inches maybe, but it does make a difference. Ideally, I'd want them to go to about here. I think this would be a nice length for the winders. I think that would kind of like shore up the difference between them and the string launchers. But yeah, ripping like hard with the string launchers, you're just risking it like breaking every time, to be honest. Oh, Union Amber flashbacks. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. Excellent. Where did you get that? Is that what's this? Where did I get that? Where did the Hut get it? I imagine Hut probably made it. Or are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the ripcords. These ripcords, as well as many other fine TPU 3D printed products for Beyblade X, you can find on noozle3d.com, and if you use the purchase code BladeBayX at checkout, you will get 10% off on any of your orders. It does some really cool things. My favorite thing are these launcher links. So this allows you to connect two launchers together and battle yourself. Boom. So I've got launchers coming out the wazoo. So like this bad boy here. Boom. So I've got two of the extended launchers in here. Got his launcher link and his ripcord connecting cable. So that allows you to battle two bays at the same time, which as a lonely bay tuber you can imagine is very, very handy. And of course you can do the same with the string launchers. I don't have the connector for the string launchers, but there is a specific one that is made. I'm quite happy doing this, to be honest. But so you can get a string launcher adapter as well, and they also have different angles on the launcher links, so they don't just have to be flat parallel with each other. They can be at like a 15, 40 to 45 or something angle split with each other, which is pretty dope. And they're very good quality like TPU products. For Noozle's extra long ripcord, I suggested attaching a custom sheath so the cord isn't flopping around. Yeah, that thing's wild long. I was hoping that I was going to be able to get my hands on one actually with the order. They take a very long time to get to where I am. I just noticed one of these lights is in the shot. I apologize. But yeah, I've got this little skit, this little short I really want to film, but ideally I want to do it with that ripcord, because I need a long Beyblade X ripcord basically, and this one is long, but it's not like double the length of a normal one, so it doesn't have the impact for the video, you know, like in episode 1 of the original Back 10 shoot when Tyson like glued two ripcords together. Alright, we are in the last couple minutes of this episode. Uni's been beaten by Multi, and like both fan clubs are uniting in their love for cuteness and idols. So that's you know, I guess that's good for the world. I'm happy for them. After this episode finishes, I'm going to crack open. What should we do first? Wyvern Gale or Sphinx Cowl boosters? So from Sphinx Cowl, so far I've got the white one and the prize bay. I still need to get the black one. Yo, GG, how's it going, my dude? Just about to finish episode 23 of X, and I'm just discussing what we should open first. I've got 2 Sphinx Cowl boosters. The only bay I need from that set at the moment is the black Sphinx Cowl on high taper. And I have 2 Wyvern Gale boosters. And all I need from that is the yellow Wyvern Gale. The yellow Wyvern Gale. And with those boosters, I've gotten them from the same shop that I've gotten all my other Wyvern Gale boosters from. Now, at that shop, I've been asking them every time, has anyone that's purchased one pulled the yellow Wyvern Gale? And they haven't seen a single one opened yet. And these were the last 2 boosters they had. Now, it doesn't mean that they haven't been opened from their pool yet, because they make some of their sales over TikTok. There's only a handful of the boosters, so there's only a couple missing from the pool. It would absolutely suck if they were their only yellow Wyvern Gales and I've just gotten a couple more black Night Lances. But there is a chance that we finally get the yellow Wyvern Gale. And if I do that, that means I will have all of the Beyblade X Beys so far, other than the gold recolors. So I don't have, well, I do have it here, but it's not mine. Nazuma won it. And I've only got the actual bit that's technically mine. So the gold Night Lance recolor, the G3 prize, I don't have that. I don't have the gold Hell Scythe. I don't have the gold Leon Claw. Have they made anything else completely gold? If not, off the top of my head anyway, those are... Oh, I don't have the blue Hell Scythe combo commemorative team partner union ship team persona whatever Beyblade. I don't have that one. But other than those, and weird recolors like the Transa one that had like that company logo on or something instead, I don't know. Yeah, I'll have all the Beys after I get that. Essentially everything you can pick up from like a booster or a starter I'll have. Alright, so it's the X and Burn episode next. God, they finally caught up to that. I just watched Nazuma's video on the manga. I haven't read the newest episode of the manga, of the manga, but I did reread, was it chapter 9 again, and enjoyed that again with the reveal that the other member of Team Pendragon is Malty's sister. That was cute, not gonna lie. What was cute? I mean, I am here, so I understand if you're just talking about me. Ted, how you doing, dude? Yes, still in Thailand. You can't get rid of me, bro. You can't get rid of me. I'm nearly 3 years into living here now, and don't plan on going anytime soon. Wata-san. Funny enough, I just got the Korokoro mag with that Bey on the cover today. Oh, sick. Yeah, the only Korokoro I have is the one with a phoenix feather, because I tried to get so many issues. Alright. Does anyone have a preference? Sphinx Cowl, because, I mean, it'd be nice to get the prize Bey, but we're searching for the black recolor to complete our set. And Wyvern Gale, at this point, I only want the yellow Wyvern Gale. I don't care about pulling more green ones. There is no other blade in that set I'm interested in. I'd say top of the pile, I want yellow Wyvern Gale. Second would be the green, the prize Bey. But I've pulled 2 of those so far, so I'm pretty happy with that. After that, maybe another copy of the purple wizard arrow. Not because it's good, just because it's the only one I don't have like quite a few multiples of at this point. So yeah, but how you doing, Ted? How you doing, my guy? You going to like a couple G3s tomorrow? Somewhere in Bangkok. We've got a much smaller, small tournament going on here in Phuket tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna open the Sphinx. I'm gonna open the Wyvern Gales first because no, I'm not. Tell a lie. I'm gonna open the Sphinx cows, not the Sphinx Gales. I'm gonna open the Sphinx cows first because I don't know. I don't think my heart's ready. Heart's ready for the disappointment of the Wyvern Gales yet. If honestly, I swear I've gotten like all of the Wyvern Gale boosters, and I just haven't been able to pull a yellow one yet. It's insane. The tape's already gone on this, so I guess the seller knows which ones we got. So probably not getting a prize bay today. Can't believe I didn't check that already. Alright. We can go down there. And that's another Hong Kong box. So, oh, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Do you think we've done it? Do you think we've pulled our missing bay on the first attempt? I'll give you a clue. I was right about it not being the prize bay. I was right about it not being the prize bay. Very rare you're going to see an already open packet with the tape gone and it have a prize bay in it still. That one's being sold separately for sure. So it's either the black one or the white one. What's your money on? Next week, bro. Nice. Nice. Rack up some more night shields. Is there any news, because I won't hear the murmurings on the grapevine, is there any news or any talk of a date for the next G2 tournament? Because I think it was like 2 weeks notice for the last one. Might have been more, might have just been me being lazy, but it was right on Chinese New Year and traveling to Bangkok. Even traveling to Bangkok at the moment is really expensive. But yeah, it was Chinese New Year and flights, trains, everything was either booked up or just too expensive. We did it. We did it. We pulled the black one. I will end the suspense there. I'll end the suspense there. These are all of the current Beyblade X bits, including the what is it? The UX ones. Fresh batch I've done 3D printed. There's sorry, and there's Hex. Oh god. What we got here? A gear point. Very happy with how they're coming out at the moment. I wouldn't say, if I'm being completely honest, all of them are perfect one-to-one replicas. But we're working on it. I'm very happy with them though. Very, very happy. Some of them I'm just like are completely perfect. I'm very impressed with the quality of this shop. Very impressed. No news for now. Fair enough. Fair enough, we'll see. Water-san, are you in Bangkok yourself? A black 480. This is nice having the middle bit black for an 80 height ratchet because we haven't had that yet. So I might use that for some customs. Every Friday at Captain Card format double elimination. Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. It'd be nice to have like the weekly regulars here, but I just don't think there's the crowd for it yet. We'll work on it. We'll keep working on it. It'll happen eventually. Well, that is a very, very handsome bay. Very classy. Very classy, and it's good to get another high taper. I've got a bunch of 3D prints of it, but this is only my third proper one. I've got two of the red ones from Hell's Chain, but yeah, nice. Very nice. You can go there, so that is all the all the Sphinxes collected now. So let's see what's this one's open as well. So most likely another black one or a white one. Wato-san, you're in Bangkok as well. Wow, thank you for stopping by, my dude. Nice finish on the printed bits. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. They are coming out very nice. I've got a full set printing in black at the moment. Again, it's like all of them. I'm trying to see if I'm able to print full sets in one color at a time. So how many bits are there at the moment? I think there's 18 or 19, but they're all of them are on the go. These are all printed in a oneer. So yeah, like there's still a little bit of finishing to do on them. Very simply though, I'm just gonna take a lighter and just run them over a lighter quickly, just to, I mean, you might not be able to pick it up on the camera, but oh god, let me get my hand behind it, sorry. There's in a couple places the smallest bit of, like, I mean, you can't, I could leave them as they are and they'd be fine, but I'm too OCD. I'm too OCD for that. Like, I would not be able to. Do I want to get spoilers before we? I won't do spoilers. I'll put the thing straight down, not look at it. We'll be equals in this endeavor. It would be nice to get a second copy of Gear Needle. I do have my 3D printed one, and I do not think I've got a few, but I do not think that Gear Needle is good at all. But it would be nice to have a second copy of the Takara Tomy one. Again, if we do like a subscriber tournament video or something like that, then I would like you to be able to pick whatever combo you want. And that is also the only reason I am even entertaining the idea of trying to get my hands on a second Cobalt Drake. I'm trying to earn some of them points on the app, so we can be rolling around in that double Cobalt Drake. That's the upper echelons of Beyblade collectors. What have we got? Oh, is that a bit of blue? Oh, nice. We got prize Beys up in here. That's dope. That's dope. So we have what we need. We got 2 Gear Needles. 2 Gear Needles. And maybe a Sphinx. Oh, and 2 proper copies of 980 instead of my own little custom ratchets. So very helpful, very, very helpful. Pretty much the perfect 2 Sphinx cowl boosters I could have got. So no complaints from me. Hopefully that luck carries on into the Wyvern Gale boosters, because oh my god, if it's just a couple of black Night Shields again, or Night Lances, sorry, I'm gonna be absolutely gutted. I really like the ratchet on this. I really, really like the colours of the ratchet. I'm wishing there was like a 880, an 860. I hope they do those soon, because I want a couple more even balance ratchets that aren't 4, because that's the only even balance one we have at the moment, isn't it? Is 4. We got 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, and 9, and we'll soon have a 1. But yeah, man, I need an 8. I could do with an 8. 6 wouldn't be bad. 6 wouldn't be bad either. But I want like more even numbers. So maybe in the newest chapter of the manga there was Queen. I think it was Queen, King's mum. So we might get another Leon variant. If we do, it would be cool. It would be cool actually if the 2 Beys, the Dino Bey that we get from that team, and the new Leon Claw, or the new Leon Bey, I hope we get from these teams anyway. If those have like a 660, 670, 680, or an 8 variant, I'd be very happy with that. That would be cool. Double Cobalt Energy, yeah, that'd get me to the upper echelons of Bey tubing in an instant. Alright, what else are we doing here? I'm gonna open those boosters. I printed off a couple Blizzard Orthoros parts just while I had the purple PLA, because so far I've only printed it off in like clear red and gold. God, let me get that in focus. But yeah, they are coming out sweet. I've got Blizzard Orthoros, the unopened one in here, but I do have a bit of a scummier second hand with Blizzard Orthoros attack ring coming soon, so I can do some comparisons. These are the support parts, which is great because they are like the real Blizzard Orthoros ones. You can flip them upside down if you want to switch them up for right and left spin. Top of the morning to you, Ryujin Savior. Oh, sorry about the accent. Typically, I can maybe maintain an Irish accent for a moment, but like most of my accents, I'll eventually like just fall into this weird kind of like terribly racist Indian kind of accent. Timu has them for the low. I won't tell anyone, bro. I've not ordered anything on Temu. I've seen the memes. I've seen the Temu memes, but I've not ordered from Temu myself yet. I would buy the Temu Blizzard Orthoros. No problem. No problem with that at all. Alright. Let's ruin my mood and open some Wyvern Gale boosters. There's one at a time. One at a time. I need the other one up there. Alright. What are we guessing? Should we, I can't even remember what the weights are for the individual blades, but we'll do it properly. We'll do it properly. I just properly let it rip, by the way. Let me know if you heard that on chat. Episode 24 preview gave me Beyblade Burst, Chozetsu vibes, especially from episode 51. What happened in episode 51 of Chozetsu? I'm guessing it must have been a showdown between... Who was the protagonist in Chozetsu? Was it Volt or was it someone else? I have not watched a single whole episode of any of the Burst series. Right, I'm not going to look at the spoilers. Boom, chuck you down there. But not a single full episode. I have watched many segments, and of course watching people like Daimyo, or Daimyo if you want to say, GT. He does some awesome like edits and cuts between like anime and... Alright, it's one of these, so it could be, I remember that much at least, it could be the Yellow Wyvern. Could be. I hope it is, man. I hope it is, honestly. These were the last two boosters in the store. I've had so many. If only the app could measure that rip. Definitely wouldn't be my strongest one. It's open that house. But yeah, I am yet to watch any Burst. I'm going to make my way. I'm going to do watch-alongs of everything, bro. Everything. I will get through Burst at some point. But, yeah. Aiga versus Fee, Chozy, Achilles versus Dead Phoenix. Okay, so two Beyblades I actually know. The visuals were pretty fire. Almost similar to how the next episode of X will be. The resonance glowing effects of the Beys and stuff. It'll be dope if they animate the X and Burn episode a bit better than they have the other Beyblade X episodes. It hasn't been too exciting in the base stage. And it's been a couple that has been a bit more enticing, but yeah. Alright. I didn't even weigh it. I haven't seen what it is yet. 33.29. That is in the range for a Wyvern Gale. I know that much. I mean, I can't be mad because it's the prize bay. I can't be mad because it's the prize bay. But just give me the goddamn yellow one. What the hell? Like, mission failed successfully, I guess. Damn. God damn. We need actual good battles in X. Yes, we goddamn do. For the anime, correct. The manga I really enjoy. Man, I wish Korra was a weekly. I mean, we ain't getting weekly Beyblade X manga, but yeah, I could read that like week to week, no problem. I'm enjoying the manga for sure. The art style is great. very good. Battles look dynamic. Characters look expressive. You know, the story's not feeling dragged out and stuff. But there we go. Second prize bay of the night. Not what we were looking for. It was our second choice. But I mean, again, like, I feel like a douchebag complaining about getting the prize bay from a set. So yeah, I might make a condensed list of X episodes to watch without all the filler. That'd be cool. It would also be really cool to do an illegal edit of all the episodes chopped down into one long thing without the filler in. But no one is telling you to do that. No one is telling you to illegally screen grab all the episodes, make your own edit, and upload it somewhere illegally for everyone to watch. Do not do that. That would be very wrong. That would be very wrong. That would be very wrong, and everyone would really appreciate it. But do not do that. Do not do that. I'm strongly advising you not to do that and make everyone really happy. Okay? What do we get in here? What do we get in here? What's the website called where they've listed all the One Piece episodes without all the filler? Because like that's kind of impossible, because every episode's got like about 50 angle cuts that I would count as filler. Alright, what we get? Oh, we don't have the block, so I guess we definitely haven't gotten the yellow wyvern. Ugh, how disappointing. Alright, what is the weight anyway? What is the weight? Turns off the moment I put it on. Probably going to be a night lance or something. Or the what? 35.45, one of the heavier ones. Viper tail, I think, is the heaviest one in the box. Yeah, Viper tail. It's going to be a Viper tail, I bet. Yes, sir. I'm officially becoming a Beyblade X master. Can call out blades from weight alone now. I'm a Beyblade Pokedex. God, I wish. God, alright. Let's get this guy put together. I do like this recolor of flat though. This is a nice color. This is a nice color flat. So, I'm not sad about getting more. And this is a nice... I mean, the whole bay is nice. Like, it is a very nice combination, this bay. They could have given us... They could have just given us Rush. We've got many flats. But they could have just given us Rush. They could have just given us the Nazuma combo out the box. Alright, so not too bad. Although, I can't believe that we haven't gotten the yellow wyvern gal. That must have gone to someone who ordered from them through TikTok or something then, because I think I'm the only other person who's bought the boosters from there. Or at least the other people that have, they know, didn't pull the yellow wyvern gal. God, that sucks. That sucks. These blades here are just some of my... I can't really count any of my blades, other than, well, those now, and a couple others, as unused, because even if I haven't randomly pulled them during our Nuzlocks, they've been, like, in the boxes getting shaken around, so basically, like, giving contact, but they were ones I put into the random Nuzlocke that were completely new, and they're still very fresh, very, very fresh. They were just some of the blades that I might use for tomorrow's tournament. Shall I open the Viper tail now? The only thing I want to pull out of it is the prize bay. To be honest, because it would be nice to have another another copy of the Ratchet and the Bit. Things I do is for non-profit and shared in places where it's hard to get in trouble. I like the way you operate, sir. I like the way you operate. Yeah, man. It's God, if this Beyblade anime was coming out back in the day when you were like loading, I'm sure there's probably places in the world that are still doing that, but do I just look at the spoilers? No, I won't look at the spoilers. I won't look at the spoilers. If it was like back in the day and I was having to wait hours to load up like one episode of like X across like, oh, it's got the little block. That probably means you can get the prize bay. That seems to be what these little things mean in those boosters. But yeah, if I was waiting to like load up the new anime of Beyblade X across like three separate like parts or more over like a couple of hours, and it was coming out like this bad and this like slow pace, I'd be so gutted. So gutted. What would you be rating for the X anime so far out of 5? For the anime, 3. I think 3 would be a very reasonable rating, because some of the episodes are like 1s to 2s, but then you get some of the manga, some of the originals. It's not like I dislike some of the anime original stuff. What I don't like is how what was quite cute and endearing, kind of like meandering, I keep using that word for this anime, but like meandering, kind of like pally team building stuff to begin with, hasn't progressed the story any further. The team don't seem any more cohesive, well trained, and the problem, there is a very big problem with Bird's inability to Beyblade now. Like in the manga, it's not great. It's pretty bad still. The fact that he's not able to like notably improve. We haven't seen anything that's made us think he's improved really, I think, since the cadaver test. And the anime suffers even more for that because they're trying to circle around, so they can't make Bird seem like he's improving because they're kind of bound by what happens in the manga, I guess, to a degree. What I would like to see from the anime is, while they are unable to show Bird win a match, they focus more on X and him going around and maybe just whooping people. I know he's not meant to be the main, and Bird is, but like really, Bird should just be training his ass off. He should be watching tutorials, being trained by other people himself, and like X should just be like trashing people and having fun, just coming across randoms, or just like doing a kai and like busting up like soda cans. Could you see a younger version of yourself enjoying it like we did with the OG? Yeah, I don't think a younger me would be that hyped about the anime. Maybe, again, we haven't heard the English dub yet. That might make a difference as a viewer, because like even getting it subtitled as I'm watching it would make a huge difference, I think, to my enjoyment. So there is a bit of that bias as well. The toy as a child, I would think is fucking amazing. I really like X, and I know that a young me would think it's amazing because X moves now and goes at the pace and stuff like I thought my OG Beyblades went at, like when I was a kid, like you thought like you were ripping it so fast, like if you tried to pick up you're gonna cut yourself or something, like times like that. You probably do that with an X Bay. I think I've seen people do it with Shark Edge, I think even for a second, like I think I cut it just as it happened, but one of my matches a couple of matches that I had at the G3s in Bangkok, the ref, like when she went to pick up like my shark edge, because on the second day I used the stock shark edge combo. Go to pick that up, she'd be like flinching, because like the X-Beys go fast, boy. The X-Beys go fast. And let's weigh it. Let's weigh it. I don't know, why am I weighing it? They're all I was about to say Cobra Kais. They're all Viper tails. I mean, my favorite Viper tail blade is the black one, but I've got enough of those now. And I guess I'm gonna have one more. There we go. We did not get another orb. We got, what is this on? I think it's on 460 flat. So another cool flat recolor. Another 460 we did not need. We got this 460 in a random booster, and then we got the Night Lance 460 in a random booster. I'm not going to go on about that anymore, because I've complained about that being a thing every time I've opened one of these. Boom. There we go. I was actually tempted to get, is it BX14 Shark Edge booster recently as well, just for the nostalgia of what would that have been now, like June, July, was it August, September time we got a Shark Edge? I really can't remember. Beyblade X, as is the rest of life, much a blur to me. Cheers for the breakdown. I feel lucky growing up with the OG, because both the show and toy line were both awesome. Yeah, no, the show was great. The show was great and did a fantastic job of getting people hype. I'm not sure if the Beyblade X anime is doing that. I do understand them wanting to rush getting the anime out to help sell the toys, because it's going to do more for that than the manga will. And I don't know. I think one thing that's going well, and this is me trying to be as objective as possible. I have no stake or whatever in this opinion, no agenda. But one thing I do think about the new Beyblade X anime and the way it's kind of paced is it's very unoffensive. It's very unoffensive, and it's very easy. Sometimes it feels closer to a slice of life anime than it does a kind of like battle shonen type series like you'd probably be used to with Beyblade. So I think it'll be able to still capture a crowd. But like say today, for example, I've been hanging out with my son a lot today. That's why I wasn't able to stream this morning and stuff like I planned to. But like the classics work, man. He's been hyped on watching Pokemon episodes. He loves the original Pokemon, but today he was watching the newest series, not the newest actually, Journeys, the last season with Ash. He's been watching episodes of that today, been really enjoying that, and there's like a newer Hot Wheels like animation for kids. He's been watching that, and that's like, a bit more pacey. Like there's more going on. There's like hype moments. I don't feel like we get as intense moments like that in the anime. But again, I think watching it at the time with the subtitles or in dub will probably make a difference for me. I can follow along the story for the most part, but there's always like nuances with the way characters are going to speak and bring themselves across that you can't appreciate without having a very strong understanding of the language. So yeah, my enjoyment of it is being hampered, being hindered by that. So yeah, I can't bash it too bad. But yeah, it's the anime battle. The battles don't look great. They look a bit soulless. So yeah, if they could do something about that, everything else would be fine. I'm not expecting the best story in the world from a toy franchise tie-in anime anymore, you know. Back in the day, those things were really like what made the toy, you know. Like Yugi probably still would have been popular, would not have been nearly as popular if the anime wasn't like straight fire in both, like, or say both languages, but like what I've seen, the Japanese original and the English dub. Pokemon, my god, that anime did such hard work. I mean, the Game Boy games were great already, the trading card games were cool, but my god, that anime that launched, like, that was crazy. Pokemon was its own beast, you know. Digimon, that series was fire, and those toys did really well because of it. Like, you know, it made Tamagotchis like awesome for boys again, you know. So yeah, I think the anime is like super important for the success then. Now it can kind of rest on everything it's built up, and it'll probably, again, like, I haven't really gone through all the periods of like a Beyblade series lifespan since OG. Like, I was there for the beginning of Metal and random moments through it, and for Burst I was there in like the last year of its lifespan, so not a lot going on there, to be honest. So yeah, like, X is going to be the first one in a while that I've kind of been there from inception to the end, so it will be interesting to see how the anime changes. Does season 2 like strike it hot and bring people back, and they recap season 1 and they're into it then, you know? It'd be cool if that happens. Like, it'd be cool anyway that Beyblade gets big and more popular, and just for, even if it doesn't get bigger and more popular, for those of us already enjoying it, if we just have better quality content to enjoy, that would be awesome as well. I think the X toy line is awesome too. Maybe not taking a longer break in between Burst has hindered them when it comes to putting out quality external media forms. Yeah, I think so. But we all know now, having mainstream internet to push a toy line makes a big difference compared to back in the day when that didn't exist. Bro, this is quite a specific thing, but do you remember the excitement around the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man dropping? Like, I remember that being like a big deal, and I remember us getting that, the home PC, the old dial-up, like going, like, you know, you turn it on with your big toe kind of PC, and I think it was like 28 hours we had to leave the PC on to like download the trailer for Spider-Man 1, and it was like not that long. Something, I don't know why 2 minutes 44 is just staying in my head. It probably wasn't even that long, probably shorter than that, but I remember feeling like that was so worth it, and I just watched it so many times, and we just didn't close that page for like a day, so we could watch it as many times as we wanted that day before closing it, because it took so long to like buffer or whatever. Get off the internet, I need to use the phone. Oh my god, that's so funny, my god. MSN is either like you could talk to one girl on the house phone, or you could talk to multiple on MSN. That was always the payoff. I used to have to update my Bebo. Make sure you give your love to the right person. You either give it to your friends or your girlfriend. Give it to anyone else, you're a scumbag. God. Yeah, that's a bit of a nostalgia trip, dude. But yeah, I don't think the anime is as important now for pushing the product. But wouldn't it be great if they looked at it like that and they really tried to push it? I think the manga's good. I think the manga is nice, and even if I wasn't like obsessed with Beyblades, I would still enjoy the manga, you know. Um, Character design's been really cool this season. I think that's like I think that's something that's going well for X. It's not just that it's like modern and suits now. It's, I might be wrong. It doesn't feel too. It doesn't feel too now. It feels closer to being timeless. I might just be talking out my ass here, but I like the character designs. I like I like a lot about X, but it's just not translating to the anime as well. Um, we'll see what happens, man. We will see what happens. For tomorrow, so what time is it for me now? 10 past 10. So I'll probably try and stream in about 12 hours time, maybe just under. And that will be a battle testing stream. I've got, spoiler alert, what I think is going to be my deck for tomorrow is Night Shield, 360 gear point, gone with the tournament classic. If you can't beat them, join them. Hell Scythe, 460 ball. And one of my favorite combos at the moment, Unicorn Sting, 560 high needle. Now normally I wouldn't put a 60 on a low resistant bit, and I definitely wouldn't put it on a high bit, but this combination might be my favorite combination to watch battle at the moment. I really like this combo. So I'm hoping it does well in the testing, because I think I like this combo a lot, and I think I actually have a couple good game plans for a couple different types of Beys that I think I'm going to run into. So yeah, Unicorn Sting, 560 high needle at the moment. I think it's the bee's knees. I think it's the cat's pajamas. So yeah, come at me if you don't like it. GG. I think Takara and associated media companies making the move to have a presence in the West will take Beyblade to the next level and hopefully put out better stuff instead of being a niche thing. True. I know Hasbro is kind of responsible for that, and I don't think that's going to change. Licensing stuff like that, I imagine, is a logistical and legal nightmare. Of which I probably wouldn't have the patience to figure out. But it's probably going to stay with Hasbro. And personally, I think Hasbro probably aren't the easiest company. Well, it's a weird one, because for things like Magic and D&D and stuff like that, there's so many crossovers going at the moment with big franchise, and we're seeing at the moment with Beyblade they're going to do like a Marvel, and they're going to do like Marvel and Star Wars. So Hasbro are linked up like big time, you know, and that will bring. They're seeing everything that Disney makes at the moment. They're seeing all the multiverse stuff, and they're seeing the success that things like their was it Universes Beyond, Worlds Beyond, whatever the thing for Magic is called, the success they're having with all the crossovers, you know. Like more recently they've done like Lord of the Rings, they've done 40k, they've done Fortnite, they've done crossovers with like franchises like Metal Gear, they've done it like Transformers, like a lot of these like nostalgia hitting kind of franchises that are going to bring these audiences that aren't necessarily, or members that would find joy in Magic but aren't involved in that hobby but like this other franchise, and it's bringing people in and it's bringing more eyes on it. And I think Magic's bigger than ever at the moment, you know. So Hasbro, I'd say more so than Takara, probably have the potential to make Beyblade big, you know. Beyblade X big. I already think Beyblade's quite big. What you know, I know it's like niche when we're talking about like all the content or the amount of content out there and stuff like that. But for me, my experience, especially being here in Southeast Asia now, like being half Filipino, going back to the Philippines, like everyone's gonna know what Beyblade is. Like everyone knows what Beyblade is. Even if that's just like people who are like older than me and just think it was something from 25 years ago, and they're just like, oh, people still doing that, are they? Oh, that's cool. Like, but people are aware of Beyblade, you know, so it might just take those crossovers. Like, think how many people that are really into Marvel and collect everything Marvel, how many of those people that don't play Beyblade that are into something like that will really enjoy playing Beyblade, you know. Like, I don't know if it is, but is it like an Iron Man? Is it like an Iron Man Beyblade? Because if that is, the people whose like favorite character is Iron Man are probably like tinkerers or tech guys themselves, so they'll probably enjoy like taking apart the bits, and they might just get hooked in that way, you know. So, you know, they're not stupid. They've seen what's worked. Are those crossovers successful? Yeah, for like MDG, I think they've been very successful by the looks of it. Like, even if I'm just talking about like anecdotal evidence of like seeing what my friends are picking up, because I haven't been buying any Magic Sense since Neon Dynasty for Kamigawa. But yeah, like I'm seeing my friends eat that up. Like they're doing the Fallout crossover at the moment. Like my friends are forking out so much for like commander decks and everything, like collectors, boosters. There's like so many different types of booster for Magic now. It's like it's silly, bro. They could still keep Hasbro, just alter the rights agreements and keep ADK Animation to handle localization of the anime in the West. You know, they probably could. I think a lot of stuff at that level just doesn't get done because they'll probably just think it's too much of a headache. Like, I think when there's that much money involved, when bad decisions are made, it's probably due to incompetence and laziness. So they probably could do that. That could probably be better for the franchise. Can they be bothered to? Hasbro has to work a lot on the quality. No matter what, they will be compared to Karatomi Beys. Yeah, so again, I have zero experience of Hasbro Burst Beys. I don't own a single one. I'd like to get my hands on some just for comparison. I think it'd be fun to compare the Hasbro Beys and the fake Burst Beys that I've got. But everything I've seen of them, they look pretty trash. Like, there's no just outright good reviews of anything I've seen of them. There's been reviews where they're like, this is pretty good for Hasbro, or this is one of the better Hasbro, or this is like, and I think there are some things that they say are better than the Karatomi versions, you know, of Burst. I know the rubber on like the El Drago stuff and like MFB was meant to be better for Hasbro, and like Hasbro did a good job on a lot, like most of the OG Beys, you know, like nothing wrong there exactly. But yeah, it feels hypocritical or a bit insincere of me commenting on Hasbro Burst products when I don't own or haven't played with any myself. But They just look bad. They just look bad, and the Takara stuff looks dope. We were around in the OG days in the West, and its popularity at the time was probably only second to Pokemon. Yeah, yeah, that feels about right. It's hard to believe for people today to see what Beyblade once was. Man, it was crazy. It proper hit it off, properly hit it off big. Like, I honestly, I know I've told the story probably on the channel on random streams a bunch, but I just remember year four, like, it was a rainy day. We had to stay inside the classroom for our lunch break. I was cracking out my Yugi cards ready to go. Like, I had a new 40 card deck, based all around, like, Summon Skull, coming out fast, ready to play. I pulled out my deck from my like tray that was meant to have like my worksheets and stuff in under the desk, and I'm just hearing shh, shh, shh. I'm like, what the flip is this? And it's everyone's playing Beyblade, and I'm like, this happened like overnight. Like yesterday we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I feel like the day before we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and like suddenly everyone just had their Beyblades ready to go. And I was like, oh shit, let's go, let it rip. So yeah, went hard on letting it rip from that point onwards, and it just seemed like from that exact moment, everywhere I looked there was Beyblade. There was Beyblade product. There was clips of it playing on adverts. Like I don't know if they do them as much now. I don't watch like terrestrial TV really anymore, ever for decades, I guess actually. But you know, they always used to have like all the crossover adverts of all the different cartoons kind of compiled together. There would always be a Beyblade clip. Typically it would be Tyson doing his jump launch from episode 1 that they use at the beginning of the intro video, you know. But yeah, it was just in your face everywhere, like all the product, all the fakes, all the advertisement, all the media, like the anime, everything. Here in Thailand, people remember Dragoon, Dranza, and others from the OG series, but Metal Fight or Burst, not that popular at all. That's understandable. Like, I'm not trying to throw them in together, but like I got to experience like the hype of OG plastic Beyblade in the Philippines at the time, and like if it was anything like it was here, like everyone from like older generations is going to remember those, like Dragoon and Dranza for sure. Like, you probably won't remember the names of like Drigger and Drasil, but everyone remembers Dragoon and Dranza easy. But it's funny that you say because like, did MFB get popular here like later on? Because I feel like MFB is quite popular here now. That and Burst still has like a pretty solid following here. I feel like we couldn't get Beyblades over here for months at a time. They never lasted on store shelves. Peak OG Beyblade was nothing like I've seen with other gens. I will admit, around season 2 and 3 of Burst. Okay, rekindled that feeling a bit. That's cool. Like, I do enjoy playing with my Burst Beys. I like the size of them. Like, I quite like the big chunky, like it's fun playing with like the single layer, whatever they're called, ones. But I think what I like most when I'm playing with Burst Beyblades is like the DBBU stuff. It feels like a bigger, more solid product. Like for me, a lot of the earlier Burst stuff feels quite cheap. You know, like not in quality, but I don't like the design, the aesthetic of a lot of it. Yeah, like I don't know if it's busyness is the right word to describe it, but like when I have a picture of what I think the problem is, I think because they've tried to like make the face of the Beyblade into too much, it looks like a lot of the like the offshoot, like the not Beyblade things there are, like Infinity Nado and stuff like that. It has more of that aesthetic on the top of it to me, for a lot of stuff. Like, I think it's a cool Beyblade, but if you look at something like Imperial Dragon on the top of that, it's almost like if they came up with like tribal tattoos in like 2020. Like, is kind of like how I would describe the general aesthetic of a lot of it. Like, some of it I think looks dope. Like, I quite like the Diabolos blades. Like, the first ones I picked up for Burst were, I picked up Master and Venom Diabolos. The first one I picked up was Venom. It came with the Venom, was it disc or layer, and is it a razor, like the white one, the left spin one. It came with those two, and it's got the base that shoots off like the second Beyblade, and I like the look of those. I do like the look of those quite a bit, and I like Judgment Joker. Yeah, some of them look cool. Yeah, I like the sparking and DBBU stuff. Bit Beast with the MFB, and Burst was a hard one for me. But yeah, I think that I honestly do think the Avatar thing ties them together. I know they had the whatever chips and stuff, but like, yeah, I like Bit Beast, man. The clear plastic Beys was kind of meh, for my taste. Is that like for OG Gen, like when they're like clear see-through, or do you mean like on MFB, like the clear wheels and stuff like that? Because yeah, I don't find the aesthetic of most metal Beys too exciting. Like, I like El Drago. El Drago is pretty dope. It was my El Drago combo, my lightning combo anyway. I don't think there's anything special or original at all. GT, I like. That's probably actually, no, tell a lie. GT is probably my favorite set from Burst. When I first got into Burst, and was buying new products for it, GT was the stuff I was able to get my hands on, and I really liked tinkering with the GT stuff. I thought that was cool. I thought it was a bit more than like the single layer stuff, where it was just in like one chunk on the top. I think it was a bit closer to what I would expect from Beyblade, being able to take like the middle out and customize all that stuff, change the spin direction of some things, GT I really liked, actually. So ignore everything I've said for the last like 10-15 minutes. GT I think was pretty cool. And I'm probably completely wrong. Anyone who knows even a little bit about Burst can probably tell me I'm wrong, but I think some GT stuff can still hang, maybe with some BU stuff, I don't know, DBBU stuff. So yeah, GT I think was cool. I really liked GT. I don't think I actually own any sparking stuff. I don't think I do, apart from launchers. I've got the flint launchers, the ones that spark when you let it rip. Ah, damn. Alright. I'm probably GT the best. Yeah, man. GT the best. I'm probably going to call it there. I know I've still got a few of you in the chat here, which I do really appreciate you stopping by. I've been so inconsistent with the streams and the uploads recently, which I would love to tell you today that I'm going to be able to fix for next week, but I can't make that promise, unfortunately. I would love to, but I'm like changing up my schedule so much at the moment, so much, and next week, if I'm honest, my priority is make up for the lack of exercise I've done this week. I've been pretty damn disgusted with myself this week, if I'm honest. I've been not feeling good about myself. I haven't moved nearly enough. So yeah, that's priority number one next week for me, to be honest, is get my ass moving. I think I'm gonna actually I think I'm gonna spend next week trying to pick up some heavy things. Haven't had like a good lift for a while, and I feel like I can get one of those out of me. Judgment Joker from GT was always fun to have a go with. I really like Judgment Joker. What's my Judgment Joker combo? I'm trying to remember what bit I put in there. I think it might be Master Diabolos bit. God damn. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. I would say I'll grab my it's here. But I think I'd just taken Judgment Joker out of my deck box for a meme Bey because yeah, I did. I took Judgment out and I replaced it with the the Korokoro Darkness Trigger Bey instead. I've got that in there instead because the Bey I prefer to Judgment Joker is Lord Spriggan. Like Judgment Joker and Lord Spriggan are two of my favorite GT Beys, I think. This is my Spriggan combo. Yeah, so Joker is not in the deck box, unfortunately. He didn't make the cut when Trigger got on the scene. But we all know I glaze over Trigger all the time, so I'll cut that short before it gets legs and starts going. Have a good one, bro. Looking forward to hearing about the tournament. Yeah, I am gonna stream before the tournament because I haven't done nearly enough deck testing. And it's a bit of a funky ban list for this tournament, so I'll make sure to put that information up on the stream somewhere on the screen, so when people drop in they kind of know what's what without me repeating myself too much and probably getting it wrong. Farmers walks around the yard will get you good, mate. Yeah. Farmers walks. I'm thinking of one thing that I haven't been able to do is some like hench, like a back exercise. Like my favorite kind of like workouts typically involve like using Olympic rings or like a pull-up bar, but I don't have that set up in my house. I know I can just go to whatever 1,000,001 gyms here, right? I've got my rings, I can set them up on something nearby, but I am, unless I'm doing like a group session or like a PT or one-to-one, I prefer doing my own workouts at home. I've just always been like that because I like to have a lot of playtime during my workouts, and like I can't just dribble a basketball around the gym, or I can't just I don't know, do some bad breakdancing around the gym between a set of something, and play around. So yeah. Ray, another X tournament. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be another X tournament. We still can win the G3 prizes though. It's small, but they have sets of the Gold Knight Lance available for prizes for like first, second, and third. But yeah, it's not an official G3. It's not like a Takara Tomy sponsored whatever kind of thing. They just bought the product themselves, and they run the tournaments to like earn a little bit of money from the shop. So it'll probably be in the region of 8 to 12 competitors, which will still be awesome, still be fun. And it just means I'll get to meet some more Beybladers that are here in Phuket, and hopefully be able to just keep building that scene. Trigger has earned its place in time and still doing its thing, mopping up the current gens. Bro, when we get Trigger S in X, I don't care what anyone says, I'm making that work. Like, I'm gonna be like unbelievably stubborn about making Trigger S work. If you don't mind, what deck are you taking? So at the moment, this is the deck I want to test in the morning before it goes. Night Shield, 360 gear point. Unicorn Sting 560 high needle, and old reliable Forsyth Bruce Forsyth Hellscythe 460 ball. So there's a bit of a funky band list for this one. No Phoenix Wing parts, so Phoenix Wing 960 and gear flat. No Sphinxer part, not Sphinxer, it's not Desert Sphinxer. No Sphinx cowl. Oh, I've just actually, spoilers for another watch and unbox, but no Sphinx cowl parts, so no Sphinx cowl blade, no 980, no gear needle. You can use Unicorn Sting though, which is weird. No, this is probably the weirdest call. No Rhino Horn blade, no spike bit, no Wyvern Gale blade, no gear ball bit, and no not unofficial, but no Cobalt Drake, no Phoenix Feather. So it's like a mix of what's been released here in Thailand and what that store has been able to get its hands on, and what that store's meta has kind of said is overpowered. So I don't know if they haven't been able to get their hands on Rhino Horn boosters, that's why it's banned, or they just think it's OP, I don't know. But Phoenix Wing is banned because it's OP, because although I think they've had plenty of copies of Phoenix Wing, but I don't know, it's banned anyway. It'll be interesting to see what the format's like without it. Breakdancing, haha, yeah, sports-based exercise was always a good way to keep it fun. I play football. Dude, I don't work out anymore without playing a game beforehand. If there's anything about the way I know how to trick my brain into focusing on a workout, or because I don't actually have fun doing like the normal exercises. Like, I don't have fun when I go for long runs. I don't have fun lifting weights, doing explosive drills, doing plyo jumps, doing like banded work. I don't have fun doing any of my conditioning. Like, I have fun sparring. Like, that's what I like to. I like fighting. But I enjoy playing games, and my brain will not switch on and engage until I find something to do. So I won't even do a workout now if I don't play something beforehand. So I'll do something like I've always got one like somewhere nearby. Like, I'll always like just play around with the basketball for like a 3-minute round, even if it's just 3 minutes, just dribbling the ball around and like doing pump fakes and stuff to like no hoop being there, or like kick a footy around, or you know, you can get those like balls that you can strap to your head and like box like that, or even like a floor to ceiling ball or something like that, like, or a speed bag can still do the trick. Like, before I do any skipping for a warm up or anything, I'll play a game now. I'll always make sure I play a game, and that'll just get my brain and body a little bit more in line, a little bit more in sync. I'm less likely to injure myself because I'm not paying attention to how I'm standing, and I'll roll an ankle or something stupid. So yeah, I always play a game now, and I try and do stuff like that with my students as well. My competitive students. I don't just do it to like people who are turning up for like just a class. They just want to learn some techniques and get the fuck home. Gotcha. I just started making a deck this morning. Nice. Prison rules style street football always kept you honest. Yeah, man. Like, remember those old Nike adverts when they're in the cage, like with the Elvis, the little less conversation, little more action, like that shit. That's what I imagine every time I think of street football. Ray, try Night Shield 580 high needle. So I'm a big proprietor of that combo. I used it for 2 of the G3s I did as my defensive combo. I really like it. I used the purple Night Shield blade, the purple 580, because you get those together in the is it the Hell Scythe or the Dran Dagger set? One of them. And I did that with the gold high needle from Viper Tail booster, which I really like. And solid combo. I like it because it can be a bit more aggressive, but if I'm honest, I don't think now that Unicorn Sting is out, I don't think Night Shield comes close to competing with it when you put them on high needle. Night Shield I like as an attack type, and I think it's been good as a defense type, but I think where it really shines is kind of being on a balance tip. And at the moment, my favorite balance tip is gear point. And I think because of the off-balance nature of this, it should help it. And with the Unicorn Sting combo, if you put the 560 ratchet, so when the way it's weighted and balanced, that the 3 side of it falls on where the kind of like the tail, the hairy, whatever you want to call it, bit of the Unicorn blade is. The balance on it is beautiful. I wish I got out my phone and started recording it. I just gave it a spin the other night, and it felt like it was it was perfectly balanced, and it was just spinning beautifully for ages. And I should have got out my phone and recorded it, because it would have been a very long video. But I don't know, maybe I was just a bit too stoned, but I was like just caught up in its beauty for a good few minutes there, just watching it spin. So I'm pretty enamored with this combo at the moment. GG, I knew a guy who could run 5 kilometers quickly, but when he played a quick game of 5-a-side, he said he was rooted. It's crazy how the body reacts. Yeah, man. Like with football, realistically, you do need to be able to sprint. You do need that explosive tank. You need to be able to go back in there and like dig it up. But you also need to be moving your feet for the whole 90 minutes. So I guess that's why like footballers are overall typically like the most like cardiovascularly fit athletes there are. Best dad ever. Still talk about it every now and again with the mates. Yeah, so good, bro. And was it like Cantona as like the judge referee? Like, love it. Like the little scorpion kicks, Ronaldinho. I still watch like so many like Ronaldinho like compilations, man. Effortless, beautiful stuff. Bro, are these all the same tips? Oh, what, on my deck? No, no, not at all. Or are you talking about these? Talking about these things in the background? No, these are my 3D printed ones. So this is one of each Beyblade X bit that's currently been released. I've got another set printing at the moment. They've got how many hours left? Yeah, they got about 8.5 hours left on that print. But they're all going to be in black. Yeah, no, these ones are just so like I've got the UX stuff in here already as well, like disc ball and that, and like the old stuff like your low flats. What's that? Regular taper. Well, yeah, one of everything, like, and the UX stuff. So like there's Excel and that, and they're all coming out super dope. Very, very happy with the quality. Secret Tournament 2002 before the World Cup. Take me back. Oh man, that was a year in the UK. I remember that summer being very, very hot, and everyone was so hyped about like the World Cup and everything. Like, yeah, that was a good year. I think I had a new set of Preds. Beckham had Preds. I had Preds. Beckham wasn't my guy. I'm a Stevie G guy. But yeah, my I think I had like fake Preds, but they were like the new Beckham ones that year. They look pretty dope. I was like, how many of the same one did you make? I just really like flat, so I just thought I'd print like 20 of them. To be honest, I probably have printed over 20 copies of flat at this point. Definitely printed over 20 copies of flat. Of like, yeah, I definitely have. Yeah, man, I knew you were a good bloke, but now it confirms it. That you were fresher than that old ad. It was huge over here. We all went outside trying to copy the tricks on the ad. That's all. Like you would see, you'd hear the music, you'd see the ad, you'd just grab your football, run outside. If you weren't playing Kirby on the street, you were playing like football. So there'd be one person in goal, and we just use like so where like there was a set of steps, so we just use the opening for the steps. That would be the goal, and it was always between two like neighbors' cars, so they'd always be getting pissed because you'd be either kicking the ball into their car, or the ball would always be going underneath their car. They'd be looking out their front window, and they'd be seeing kids reaching under their car, wondering what's going on. But yeah, we'd be out there, we'd be trying to do the scorpion kicks all the time, like just everything, bro. Just everything. Those adverts were so good. You just wanted to be in a really cool like Nike sleeveless vest, and you just wanted to be amazing at football. Like I am not amazing at football. My brother is amazing at football. I am not. The T90s. Oh my god, the T90s. What a god, total 90. That was. If you looked at anyone's feet for a very long period of time, they were wearing T90s. Like anyone who was slightly into football and owned a tracksuit was wearing T90s. Like, oh man, oh man, like I would, I would die if I just saw someone just walking around unironically wearing T90s. Like now, that would be amazing. I remember just all of my mates had them because they would just wear them as their normal shoes because you could just drop into playing football at any moment, and that was the important thing. Like, I was always more of a basketball head than a football head, despite my family being super into football and like my brother being a pro and stuff. Like, but basketball was my thing, so I had like my I had Jordans on. I remember having a set of Jordan 11s, and I've always had big feet. Like even when I was small, I say big feet, like it's not like monstrously big, but I've got like UK size 11 feet. I don't know what that is in whatever size, but I've had feet that big since I was quite young, so I look like a sideshow Bob. So when I wore like my basketball shoes or like my Jordans or something, my feet looked massive. I probably looked like a little cartoon character, like a little drawing. Like the animator doesn't know how to draw feet, so they just draw them too big. That's probably what I look like. Roberto Carlos Figo. Oh my god. Where are they? 2000. Oh my god. Brazil. With Roberto Carlos, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Rivaldo, all those guys, man. What a squad. What a goddamn squad. That was beautiful, beautiful watching them play. But yeah, of course, like Figo, Portugal, all those guys, legends. Size 19 US, size 10 US, sorry. Okay. I don't know if that's big in the US sizes, like, but yeah, so like when I was like I don't know, like 11-year-old with like size 11 feet and not being particularly tall either, like it just looked funny. So yeah, like having hench basketball shoes on, like doing that, it looked a bit silly. Yeah, man. God, we revived the stream for me, but then I found like a little reserve of like energy just hitting up the nostalgia of a couple of things, and that's hilarious. Good. My dad got them for me from the Nike factory. Nice. That's what I got. We didn't get to choose back then, but I was so happy when I got them, for sure. You could not be upset about that. Like if you didn't have a choice and they came back with those. It was the same for me actually with the Preds. I didn't pick them. I remember once actually, I was much older and this happened, but I was desperate and it was so hard to get them. I can't remember what Preds they were, but it was around, what would the year have been? Like probably like 2009, 2010-ish kind of year. I was playing a lot of five-a-side football at the time, and I wanted these Preds for Astro, and it was so hard to get them without studs. Like, even getting the ones with blades was hard, but I wanted to get like just the Astro, just the molds, and you couldn't get them anywhere. And my dad was going to the factory, and I had him on a video call, and he found them. He found them in my size, and I was like, yeah, they're the ones. Like, I was the one paying for them as well. So I was giving him the money to do it, and he's like, sweet, I'll get them. He gets back from where he was the next day, and he actually turns up at the park where I'm playing, which was cool. Came out with the Adidas box to give them to me. I open it up, and it's a pair of like these yellow and black Adi Novas, and I'm like, what the fuck happened between us being on the video call and me seeing the Preds and confirming those are the ones, and you suddenly turning up with Novas? And he's like, oh, well, these are just as good and they're a tenner cheaper, so I thought I'd save you some money. I'm like, motherfuck. So yeah, I didn't get the Preds that I wanted at the time. I still had my ones for 11-a-side, but I just didn't play much 11-a-side at the time. It was mainly school B team. I definitely didn't turn up consistently enough to even be considered for the A team. But yeah, for the B team I was no problem. I'm a size 13, but 13.5 in footy boots. Is that UK sizes? Because if it is, that's hench. Hippo Tippo. Dude, that tiger looks like the Heihachi Mishima tiger. That's dope. But yeah, how you doing, man? I was about to disappear, but they brought life into me with a bunch of nostalgia trips. I thought I'd save you some money. Yeah, mate. My dad's hilarious. I was on a voice call with my mum earlier. My parents aren't together, but she was like, since I was about, I don't know, a very young teen, she's like found some reason to moan about my dad at some point. But my mum watched that vlog I made for the Bangkok tournament earlier today, and she gave me a call just to have a chat for a bit, and we had another reminisce about my dad when he was selling our like the house that I grew up in. When he was selling it, all my stuff that was in the attic he just threw out. He didn't like check with me what I want, if there was anything there I wanted to keep or what, and everything. And that was like all of my collectibles from when I was like young. So all the stuff that's like coming up for like 25th or 30th anniversaries now. So all my Pokemon cards, all my Game Boy stuff. Not all my Game Boy stuff. I still had my Game Boy Color and Pokemon Yellow, but my original like Japanese Pokemon Silver, my original Pokemon Blue, and like Game Boy were gone. All my original Yugi cards, all my base Shadowless set and like Jungle set, like Pokemon stuff, gone. Like probably thousands. I had Charizards in that, so I don't know what they'd be worth now. None of my Charizards were mint, but like don't know what they would be worth now, man. Like the Yugi, the Beyblades, the Digimon, everything. And I kept some stuff in good condition, man. Like I kept stuff separate, and he just chucked it, like my SNES, all the games. Like I say to my mum whenever she brings it up, I'm like, I can't talk about it for too long because I just keep remembering more stuff that got thrown out, and just it'd be worth so much now, like monetarily, but for me to like actually know that I still own it now, man. I remember about 10 years ago when I was really into Yugi at the time as well, I was trying to remember like all the Yugi stuff that would have been thrown out, and it was worth a lot. I like added it all up then, it was worth a bunch of money. But now, another 10 years later, God, man, God, like my base starter deck, like Dark Magicians and Blue Eyes and all those things, you know. God, everything first edition. Everything. Man, I had just the starter deck Dark Magicians alone. I kept in a perfect little, this tiny little, I had this little thing that looked like a tiny briefcase, like a tiny little leather briefcase. In just that thing alone, I had 10 perfectly mint condition, like starter deck Yugi first edition, Dark Magicians, like, because I had gotten some copies of fake Egyptian god cards, and I took them into school, and even though kids, they knew they were fake, I didn't pretend like they weren't fake. They knew they were fake, but they still wanted them. My favorite card was Dark Magician, so I just started trading for the starter deck Yugi ones, and they were like straight out of the box, like into sleeves even at that age, you know, perfect. They'd probably be worth a little bit now. And the Blue Eyes, goddamn, so much stuff, man, so much stuff. Hippo is that response to the death of all my childhood collectibles. Fake footy kits at the markets were awesome too. I miss that shit, bro. I'm trying to find. There's this picture of me on my, it was either my 10th or 11th birthday. I'm dark as hell because I'm not long back from the Philippines. We're playing basketball down at the park before like going back to the house to have like a barbecue. That's what my birthdays were when I was a kid. Would play like football, basketball, skateboards or something, or like tracker key in something like that around the neighborhood or down the park, and then just have like a barbecue and stuff in the garden. But there's a picture of me down at the basketball court walking. I've got my yellow MJ sweatband on my forearm here. Love that thing. I'm wearing my Jordan 11s, like white with the yellow and silver and stuff and black. They look dope. But I'm wearing a custom green basketball jersey and shorts. It says Blade Breakers. I think it's number 4 and Max on the back. And there's a picture of me walking towards the camera wearing that down at the park. I'm desperate to find it, man. Desperate to find it. I'd love to, but yeah, I'm gonna have to ask my mum to try and dig that picture out. My folks turfed all our shit too, man. I should have put them in storage. Now I'm a compulsive hoarder. Yeah, I think that's what's happened to me. Now that I know, like, I can't trust anyone to not bin that shit. I need to hoard it and make sure I don't miss out. I've still got a huge comic book collection sat back in the UK, mainly Bat Family stuff, like a lot of DC, like a huge run, not missing any issues, like, yeah, a lot of stuff, but and a pretty decent manga collection. Got the full collection of the Viz Big Vagabond manga issues with the cool like artwork on the side. That's one of my favorite things I've collected over the years because that took a long ass time. But yeah, Hippo, yeah, as a collector your experience hurts me, bro. I can't even like, if I think about it too much longer tonight, I'm just gonna lose sleep because it's like, bro, it's so much stuff, it's so much goddamn stuff, like, it's rough. Keemon, how you doing, man? Hey bro, I'm here. Now don't end the live early. Yeah, we can hang out for a bit, man. We can hang out. It's not too late for me. It's 11 p.m. I got some time. I got a couple minutes. Gotta feed the cats, and I can't roll up on YouTube, so I'll have to do that off camera. Yeah, my Filipino mates have some awesome custom b-ball jerseys. They make some nice shit over there, bro. You just need to know the guy. It's the same over here, really. The problem is I'm in Phuket, and in Phuket everyone wants a bit too much money for stuff that would not be this price anywhere else, you know. But yeah, man, in the Philippines, it's like, yeah, I want a basketball jersey in this color with this, and it says this here, this here, this here. What's the cost? Okay, this much per letter. Okay, it'll be this much. It's like, fuck all. You know, very, very reasonable. Kimon, my friend, says he hates plastic, metal, and X. He said the only gen he likes is Burst. I said, bro, nothing wrong with plastic gen or X. Why just why, man? Nothing wrong with other gens. No, I wouldn't be too hard on him for just liking Burst, because, I mean, you never know. It might just be lack of exposure to, like, has your friend played much of the other gens? Because if he hasn't, he might just be talking about something he doesn't quite know yet, you know. And our typical human response to what we don't know is to either fear it or disparage it, I guess. Disparage it in some way, you know. Make yourself reinforce the feeling that you're not missing out on anything yourself by not being involved with it. So yeah, that might be the case, my dude. Patience and love would be my advice, and just gentle exposure to other gens, and they won't be able to resist. GG, they told me they would send a design and it comes back like a night quality jersey for the cheap. Well, I mean, it's the same workers doing it themselves as would be like stuck in a sweatshop, mate. I mean, I know Philippines ain't the worst one for sweatshops, but if you go to, like, I don't know, somewhere like Manila or whatever, like capital, like, if you want fake anything, go to Green Hills. It's the biggest market, like covered market you'll find. Tabuan. It's the Tagalog for a covered market. Fuck me, like, it'll just be like these look and feel like the real thing, and it's just miles of just fakes in these stores. I mean, here, even at the night markets, you get like plenty of like stores selling like fakes of, like, I don't know. To me, I'm probably talking about shoes that people don't find cool now. I'd be like, yeah, your and ones and your air, like your dunks and stuff like that. But like, you can find them easy if you want some fakes, like here as well. And there's a really cool like market for like refurb shoes here as well. I think that's quite popular everywhere now, like sneakerheads or whatever, like Kazuya Mishima. We still have a bit of a fake scene over here, but nothing like it was in the early 2000s market days. It's one of the things I like about going to like the night markets, or like the stalls around like in the Philippines and stuff like that, is it's definitely got that vibe of like that 2000s, like, I don't give a fuck about like the legality of what I'm selling here. Like, it almost makes it more fun. Like, one of my favorite tops I own, I've got a fake Wade Miami Heat jersey that I bought at Naka Night Market for like, what would it be the equivalent to in English monies, for like £6, so less than $10, maybe $10 US, something around that, maybe probably $12 like Oz money, and it's so good. Keyman, yeah, that might be why my friend doesn't like the other three gens, but whenever I give him Beys from other gens, he always smashes them on the floor. Dude, the moment he smashes and breaks one, just don't hand him anything else ever again. I'm gonna give him time to figure it out so that he can be interested in other gens whenever he likes it, you know. You could tell him to subscribe to a couple good YouTube channels, like I don't know, any of those Bey tubing guys that you can recommend. They might be able to entice him into the hobby. But that might be a route, you know, if you're trying to get friends into it. If there's any like actual like Beyblade content you really like from X Plastic Gen or something like that, just send over a couple links to them and see if you can get them in the door that way maybe. But yeah, give them time. I love that shit, bro. DVD places were good too. Man, I miss having a folder like this that was like 8x8 of like DVDs, just endless amounts of rips of complete series. I've probably talked about this on here a lot as well, but like my best mate, when he would come back from China, he'd always come back with a couple new volumes, and that's how we watched things like Inuyasha and Naruto and stuff before anyone in the UK was even close to like getting their hands on that stuff, man. Like, God, we like could run through Berserk, run through everything, the original Hunter x Hunter manga anime, the original JoJo anime. God damn, we had so much stuff on DVD, like, and it was glorious. So we're 23 episodes in X so far. Anime starting to catch up a little, yeah. So it's like at the Burn and X fight now, which I want to see animated. I want to see animated well. I know everyone feels it was kind of anticlimactic in the manga, like because of Burn kind of just being like built up and then. But I think there's no way he's not back, and there's no way that's not a small seed in a much larger story. Although it might not be, like, I still can't figure out the device plot with Bird losing so much up to this point. Like, what lesson from the newest chapter of the manga is he really learning from? He's trained really hard with a new Bey to learn a special move, and then he loses because someone else was able to steal his Bey beforehand and pull off a different move that he wasn't prepared for. You know, it's like, I don't know what the moral lesson or the what's gained in experience from that. One, super high security on your shit so someone doesn't steal your things, but also maybe don't get tunnel vision about one new technique and just thinking that'll be all you need to. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, it just made me laugh when Monty was like, oh god, I spent all this time teaching him this one move and it probably should have showed him another. It just reminded me of Kung Pao Enter the Fist, when there's that guy who's like, ha, I am bleeding, making me the winner. And they're like, ha, we purposely trained him wrong. Like, so he's just like always getting like kicked in the nuts and like smacked about and just thinking he's doing a good job. At least we own physical media instead of paying for streaming like we do today. Yeah, it hurts a little bit. I got so many streaming services, man. I don't need this many. Kimon, the first season of X has a lot of new characters this gen than other gens did. The other gens had a short amount of characters in the first seasons, but X a long amount of characters. I'm not sure I completely agree, because in Plastic Gen there were typically multiple new characters introduced like every episode in like season 1. You think episode 1 you get Tyson. I'm not going to count like the kind of first guy battles and their little friends that are like, oh well, what's this? Beyblading's so cool. You know, like, I'm not going to count those guys, but you get Andrew, you get Kenny, you get Carlos, and you get Kai. Like 5 characters off the bat, episode 1. Episode 2, you get the rest of the Blade Sharks. You get Dragoon. Oh yeah, and sorry, of course you get Grandpa Granger. Can't forget MGG, Grandpa Granger. Sorry, I apologise. So you get him as well. Then by episode 3, you've got Max, his dad, the other guys going back to the tournament, then Ray, and then like of course there's like Mr. Dickinson and stuff like that. Then as soon as you get to like, what is it, like Asia, you've got all of the members of White Tiger. even the randoms like Bruce. You've got all the random teams that they have like the qualifying matches with. They all get kind of like a bit of backstory, and like I feel like in Plastic Gen there were a lot of characters introduced very quickly, like, and constantly, because I also remember feeling like at the time there aren't nearly as many Beyblades that I'm seeing in the anime, in the cartoon, as there are in real life. But I don't know what it was like for MFB, and I don't know what it was like for Burst. I know Burst, they switched protagonist a bunch, but I don't know how quickly they introduced characters. Hippo Dippo, the lesson is don't let people steal your shit. It's a good lesson to learn. It's an important lesson to learn. Like, an important lesson. Like, I think a lot of Bird's problems could be solved for them learning how to throw hands, you know? Just become a bit more formidable in another way other than Beyblade for a moment, you know, just to let him build up his Beyblade esteem a bit. GG, my mate had the stack of CDs in his car, trying to get one without knocking his neatly stacked collection over on Nights Out. Oh my god. Impossible. I remember my brother's first car. It was like this purple little diesel Volvo. Was it a Polo? No, not Volvo. It was a Polo, I think. This tiny little purple one, and it still had a tape deck. And at first, we just got one of those ones where you could plug the plastic like tape in it. It had the aux cable, so we could plug like either. At the time, I had a Walkman, like a CD Walkman. You know, you'd have a massive Walkman. You'd have the cable come out with the little twisty things, so you could do all your track changes and stuff like that. And I had that. And then when he got his iPod Mini, oh, iPod Mini was a game changer. The green iPod Mini, damn, god damn, that was next level. Hippo Tippo, but yeah, Bird losing so often is a weird. Yeah, it's an odd choice. It's an odd choice. I don't think they need to make a big thing of it. Like, they'll make a big thing of it when he wins, but it doesn't need to be at some pivotal moment. It doesn't. Like, it's a shame that they haven't done it a bit sooner, because I feel like we need to see him win against some people a couple of chapters before we see him win against someone who it's like a notable win against, you know? He would always have the best house music collection. Nice. Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, you're right. Plastic Gen had a lot of new characters in the first season, so X, I'm going to say, is second gen to do this. Yeah, X is introducing them a lot. Every issue of the manga, there's new people getting involved, which is cool, and I think that helps the manga, because in the anime, like, we're dragging on a little bit with the characters, and we're not really able to flesh them out properly. So like, I know in the anime episode we just watched, Ep.23, they kind of give Uni like backstory stuff and things like that, and with Sphinx Cowl guy, they gave him a bunch of episodes, but like nothing of note happens in those episodes, and the character introductions, at least at the moment, feel a bit empty, I guess. Like, yeah, but we'll see. I think the dub, and even just watching it in sub, will change a lot of that for me. OG Beyblade anime flowed well. They would already provide the poster in the boxes with all the releases on them, so we knew what was coming out. Yeah, and bro, like, the artwork and everything looks so good. That's one thing I actually am really happy with, is all the promotional artwork and stuff for X looks dope. I went to our little shop in Old Town yesterday, where like I run the tournaments out of, and they sell like a lot of the fake stuff and that, and they've just printed out tons of like the X promotional like posters and artwork on like just like A4 paper, you know, and they just plastered a couple of the walls in the shop with it, and it looks sick. It looks like a sick backdrop. It looked awesome for like tournaments and pictures in the background. But like just looking at it, I was like, the promotional artwork for X is fantastic. Like really, really good. I remember that. You could connect the MP3 player to the deck. Yeah, man, that thing was like. I know it works through like lights and stuff like that, but like tape decks are still like wizardry to me. The wife is in the chat. Pretend like we're not being douchebags. All about the iPod Shuffle. iPod Shuffle sucked. iPod Shuffle sucked so bad. Like, it looked cool. The concept was cool. I'd probably like one now. But I remember at the time just being annoyed that you couldn't pick your songs and you just keep skipping and fast forward till you got whatever was like, you know, because you get something fixated in your head, you want to listen to it. And like, what was it? I think it was impressive. I think you could get like 75 songs on the shuffle. I think it was something like that, like 75 songs on the original shuffle. Different times, bro. iPod Shuffle was a smaller one, right? Yeah, like the first one that came out was kind of like just that white, kind of like almost looked like a lighter. My old Shuffle looked like a long piece of white Lego. Yeah, that's probably a better description than a lighter. Yeah, you had one. Yeah, I remember my mate Ben had one, and I thought it was cool, but it used to frustrate me that you couldn't just put what song you wanted on, and because I was like so used to my brother's iPod Mini, I thought that stuff was like super super cool, and just the sound, you know, rotating and clicking it, the like that kind of mechanical click that they put to it was just like, oh, that was like user satisfaction right there. That was nice. Kimon, do you think we see a character that looks like Daichi in a later season of X? If so, that would be so cool. If not, that I'm okay with that too. I think King looks a lot like Daichi. I mean, there's a short King. It's got that wild look. Yeah, I think he looked quite a lot like Daichi. He looks like a mix of Lee and Daichi to me. It's probably how I would describe his like character design. But someone with the attitude and energy of Daichi would be probably more the defining characteristic of Daichi, I'd say. Like that abruptness, that unrefinedness, you know, that wild boy kind of energy. Like they should do. It's like it probably qualifies as a bit of an anime trope at this point, that kind of character. So yeah, I think they probably will. Will they look like Daichi? They'll probably have a character that looks a bit like Daichi, but if you think about it, like, I'm sorry, Daichi, when it comes to like the Daichi's drip is undeniable, like, but like he's not got like wild kind of like anime hair exactly and stuff like that. He's got quite tame kind of like design in that sense, but there's so much going on everywhere else. Everything's either cut off, torn off, shredded, or like scars and something like that. So I guess like if they gave him like crazy like protagonist hair as well, it would be a bit overboard. But yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it, where you've got to balance when it's part of like a team. You've got to balance the character designs right so that they can kind of like mold in together. Because if you think of Tyson, he hits a lot of the cliches for like a protagonist at that time, like the Ash Ketchum kind of design, or like the red, I guess would be the right way to put it, red from Pokemon Red and Blue. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool if we got a character with that kind of energy that's like trying to burst their way into like Team Persona. He's like the honorary fourth member that I don't know, maybe wins the matches because Bird can't. God. I wanted the one with the screen. Another example of you get what you get. Yeah, man. Well, I never got one. I just nicked my brother's one when he moved on to another thing. Like that was the kind of thing. Being the younger brother, it was typically the hand me downs. Like my Walkman that I was so proud of was his beforehand. Used to go around with my copy of Get Rich or Die Trying in it, burnt copy of Get Rich or Die Trying, but it was fire. It was fire. 21 questions on repeat. Oh yeah, Daichi and King, too short. Short Kings, bro. They're good. Little dwarfism dudes. Well, not dwarfism, but the shortest bladers. Yeah, man. Yeah, their power. You know, they got a low center of gravity, and it allows them to focus more on a powerful launch. I think. The reason why I say dwarfism is because it's kind of rude to call people midgets, and that's not a nice thing to say. But if it's anime characters like Beyblade characters, yes. Don't worry, bro. I don't think anyone's gonna cancel you for any of that. But there's no hatred. They're just short boys, and that's just how it is. You know, there is nothing bad about that. I mean, he's made it to the 50th floor. Daichi's been part of world championship teams. You know, like they do well. Get Rich or Die Trying, the classic. Hell yeah, that shit still goes well today. I was talking about it to the wife last night. One of my playlists just started going, so it was like a lot of like Tupac, Notorious, and it was slipping into like the Outcast, and then some Fiddy and GU stuff. But it started playing like the censored radio edits or the MTV video stuff, you know, from back in the day. You'd be able to watch on like TMF or something like that, just the music channels. And bro, it's so funny because like I swear 50% of the lyrics are just censored out. They're just there like, and then it's just nothing for a bit, and they're just like, and then it cuts back. It's hilarious. Like, I'm a big Luda fan, like Ludacris, and if you listen to the clean versions of his songs, you just listen to like half a song really. Like nothing happens. Like, I still listen to it though because the beats be banging and I know all the words anyway. But yeah, man, it makes me laugh, like listening to that like prime like G Unit period. Like, but it's like the radio censored edits because they just cut so much. Prime 50, everybody was listening to it. The explicit versions, yeah, man, explicit versions go hard. Like, that is an era of music that will just every song is just burnt deeply into my memory banks, like deeply into my memory banks. Oh god, alright. Pardon me. I know we got a good little gang going up at the moment, and I would like to hang out a bit longer, but if I want to make sure I get the stream done in the AM, get my battle testing done, I think we're gonna have to call it there, and I think I'm gonna have to feed the cats and start getting myself ready for beddy buys. I'm a sleepy man. It's been a long, super hot day here in Phuket. God damn, it's hot at the moment. Like, I haven't got the aircon on too high at the moment because I don't like the noise of it blowing when I'm doing a stream or something. Sorry, I'm talking, I just saw Eric Prids. But yeah, it is hot as hell here, and it's just absolutely zapping the energy. Hope it's not too bad, but like, I'm sweating even at the moment. Like, the shine on my forehead must be ridiculous. Eric Prids, call on me. Just call on me. No, we forgotten for us lads back then. No, mate. I mean, most stuff. I mean, you think like, push me, and then just touch me till I can get my, you know, like, like, I like to think like, when I think back to it, like, oh man, how were they letting us kids watch that kind of stuff, whatever. But mate, the machine just repeats itself. Like, what's her name at the moment? The Make Me Sway, Tyler. Tyler. She's like this generation's like Christina Milian or something like that. Like she's got that kind of vibe to her, like a Christine Milian or oh, why can't I think of it? Ciara. This beat is automatic. I know I'm singing the Missy Elliott parts, but she's on the track. But you know what I mean, man. Like, definitely got those kind of vibes, and I feel like these things just repeat and recycle themselves. I can use a burger and fry while watching these new Beyblade X episodes. I can go for another hand sandwich or potato salad. Sounds like good eating, my dude. But I was a Ninja Turtle tonight. I had a pepperoni pizza for dinner. So yeah, like the wife had like a health checkup today for a work permit, and she's all good. She just got told to like keep an eye on the cholesterol, not to let it go up. So she was hell-bent that she was gonna have like a healthy dinner, and I was like, me and my kid, we're just gonna have pizza. So he loves a cheese pizza. So we had cheese pizza, and I had a pepperoni because I am a Ninja Turtle, and I always will be. But I am spinning my wheels here, guys. I need to boom, blast my way out of here and get all this stuff taken down, pop on a podcast or something and start winding my ass down for the evening. Cool, bro. Good talking shit. Have a good one. It's a hot one here too. Looking forward to some cooler days. Yeah, I'm not complaining about being somewhere where it's hot, because I much prefer this to like being where it's too cold and too wet and too miserable. Like I still like monsoon season here. Like I quite like it. Like I like being somewhere where you have to respect the weather. Like the weather actually matters. Like here, if it's either end of the spectrum, if it's too hot or if it's too cold, or no, not too hot, too cold, like if it's too hot or the weather's too dangerous to go out or something, you typically just chill where you are and people are cool with that. Like it just makes sense. Whereas like back in the UK, it's quite miserable weather. It's just miserly. It's always a bit too cold. You just damp, wet and sweaty. I don't know, man. It's not fun. It's just grey. It's very, very grey. And I like blues being blues. I like greens being greens. And I like seeing a bright yellow sun. It's nice. It's good for the soul. I work outside 12 hours a day, so need a break. Yeah, fuck. Definitely, mate. Like, down in them minds, like, you definitely need, after doing that, to be able to sit on a porch and have a cool breeze somewhere. Like, that sounds like perfect after like 12 hours without doing that. Like, it's not the same. But when I was away filming for the motocross stuff, and I was just on my feet, like out in the sun around the track for like, yeah, but probably about 8 to 12 hours each of those days we were there. Like, oh my god, it zaps you. It properly zaps you, like, because there's no reprieve from the heat of the sun. Like, when you're marching around in it, it's not like you got some kind of like umbrella or shelter with you out in the middle of a dirt track or whatever. And yeah, it zapped my energy, bro. I was just like so fatigued, like afterwards, just having to like just find the energy to just keep filming stuff, you know. Oh god. Alright, bro, I will see you next time, because my computer is about to die later, bro. See you on the next stream. Stay tuned and bring Daichi on the stream. I'll try and get Daichi here. Thank you for stopping by, Kimon. And I too shall say my farewells. Again, I think this is the third or fourth time I've tried to stop the stream and just gone on another tangent, but that's probably a good sign that I'm tired, because my brain is just like spilling out. But I will call it there. Peace, love, maybe I'll catch you. Well, it'll be the morning for me. Not sure what time it'll be for anyone tuning in, but conservatively, I'm going to say 10 a.m. GMT +7. But if I can get it done a bit earlier, I will try to. That would be nice. Yeah, being stuck in the sticks is no joke. Keep the water intake up. Yeah, mate. Water and electrolytes, so you don't cramp up and just die and have a seizure. Because even if you're just pouring water in yourself and you're just sweating that out without replacing your electrolytes, you just cramp up and just your body just stops working. It's brutal, you know. And I see it happen to so many people who come over here. Not even when it's their first time over here, but when they come over here to train, like you know, ambitious kids wanting to become fighters and stuff, and they just say, yeah, I'll just throw myself, get straight off the plane, I'll throw myself into like 3 classes like a day for this 3 days straight. They don't know anything about proper hydration. They've never been in this kind of conditions. They don't know anything about like electrolytes and how to like maintain your muscle, and then they just like cramp up, pass out. Seen people get seizures. See people when they finish training and they're on their scooters driving somewhere, and suddenly they're just off their bike because everything's like cramped up and they're seizing up, you know. It's terrifying when you see it sometimes. Some cramps look brutal, man. But yeah, there's me going on another tangent about cramps. You'll probably reply to that, and that'll set me off on another tangent about something to do with that. So before I make you suffer more of my tired ramblings, I will end the stream. But much love, much appreciation as always. Hopefully catch you in the morning. If not, I'll let you know how the tournament goes. Peace. Is this enough time to let it go without cutting off awkwardly? We'll see. I'll cut it off in 3, 2, 1.